Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel Simply Real English, the podcast where we help you speak English naturally and with total confidence. I'm your host, Leo. Today, we are tackling a question that makes almost everyone nervous. Tell me about yourself. To help us master this, I am joined today by a very special guest. She is an expert English communication coach who has helped thousands of students move from nervous to fluent. Please welcome to the show, Sarah.
Hi, Leo. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. It is wonderful to be here.
We're glad to have you, Sarah. Before we start, I have to ask, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing great, Leo. I'm really excited to be here. It's a beautiful sunny day, and I've been looking forward to sharing these tips with your audience. How about you? How's your morning going?
I'm feeling very energized. I had a great cup of coffee, and I'm ready to dive into today's topic.
That's the spirit. You know, Leo, even I used to get nervous introducing myself when I was younger, so I know exactly how our listeners feel.
That makes me feel much better. You know, I hear from our listeners every day that they feel stuck when they have to introduce themselves. They know the words, but they don't feel confident.
That's exactly right, Leo. Most students treat an introduction like a grammar test, but an introduction is actually a bridge. It's how you connect with a new person. Today, I want to teach your listeners how to do it with E.A.S.E. That's E.A.S.E.
Ease? I like that. It sounds relaxing.
Exactly. We want you to feel cool, calm, and collected. We'll cover your name, your location, your family, and your fun fact.
And listeners, if you have a notebook, grab it now. We're going to practice together. Before we dive in, I have a small favor to ask. If you are enjoying our podcast, please like this video and subscribe to the Simply Real English channel. It really helps us make more videos for you.
Let's start with the basics. Your name. Most students say, I am.
Is that wrong?
It's not wrong, but it's a bit stiff. To sound more natural, use a contraction. Say, I'm Sarah.
I'm Leo. It sounds much friendlier.
Right. Now, here is a pro tip. If your name is hard to pronounce, give people a bridge. Say, my name is James Marsden, but you can call me James.
Let's try that. Listeners, repeat after Sarah. My name is Alberto, but my friends all call me Al.
Good. That makes the other person feel comfortable immediately.
Step 2 is location. I usually just say, I'm from Italy.
That's okay, but let's add some flavor. Use the word originally.
Oh, like, I'm originally from Rome, but now I'm based in London.
Perfect. Using based in sounds very professional.
Let's practice the present perfect for a moment. Sarah, how do I say how long I've been here?
Use this structure. I've been living in London for 8 years.
Listeners, repeat that. I've been living in Madrid for 3 years.
Excellent. This tells a story, not just a fact.
Now, step 3. Sarah, in many cultures, family is the first thing we talk about. How do we do that in English without oversharing?
Great point. Don't list every cousin. Use the word siblings for brothers and sisters.
So instead of, I have two brothers and one sister, I say,
I have 3 siblings. Or, if you have none, say, I'm an only child.
I like that. What if I want to talk about my kids?
Keep it simple. I'm a mother of 2, or I have a 5-year-old son.
Let's practice. I'm one of 4 siblings, and most of my extended family lives in Brazil.
Extended family. That's a B1 level phrase. It means aunts, uncles, and grandparents.
Next, step 4, hobbies. Everyone says, I like swimming.
Let's be more exciting. Use the phrase, I'm really into.
I'm really into vintage movies.
Yes, and here is the confidence secret. End with a fun fact. Use this sentence. One thing you may not know about me is.
Oh, one thing you may not know about me is that I can cook a perfect lasagna.
See? Now I want to keep talking to you. It's a great conversation starter.
Listeners, try it. One thing you may not know about me is... Good. We've covered a lot. Let's review the E.A.S.E method.
E. Engage with a smile and a contraction. A. Add detail to your location. S. Share a bit of family or work. E. End with a fun fact.
This was so helpful, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us.
It was my pleasure, Leo. Remember, listeners, context is everything. Use the E.A.S.E method to build your bridge to new people.
Exactly. And before you go, please don't forget to subscribe to Simply Real English for more lessons like this.
And we want to hear from you. You can write your own E.A.S.E introduction in the comments below. We would love to read them.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.